Hello and welcome to another episode of ArenaFPS News, episode 15, brought to you by your hosts Galangua and Neeple. This week in the Patchup, we have UT release notes. There's been a new level, DM Chill added, Mac rendering performance improvements. Flat Cannon and the Lincoln have had some tweaks, which is good. I always like a bit of balance kind of changes. There's been some hub interface improvements and some performance updates for some of the maps and some of the effects and the characters.
Yeah, and that's just for TLDR they put down as well. There's like tons of other stuff in there.
Yeah, if you want to read through the whole patch notes, we're going to link them. Lots of changes.
Toxikk has had its own patch.
Yep, Toxikk has quite a few balance changes too.
Balance changes, UI changes, HUD changes, all sorts of stuff. But nothing big in terms of gameplay. So that'll be coming next patch, I imagine.
Yeah, either this week coming or the week after.
Strafe.
Yep.
Which is the game that was on Kickstarter, the single player one. They've added another speedrun zone.
Yep.
And they've added some gameplay changes. Namely, they've added strafe jumping and rocket jumping, which is a big plus for pretty much everyone that likes Quake, I imagine.
Yeah. It should be good to kind of have a bit of play with that. I played the first version, it was pretty fun. It'd be good to kind of have proper strafe jumping mechanics in there.
Yeah, that's just tripled my interest now, so.
Yep.
And how can a game called Strafe not have strafe jumping?
That's true. This week in project updates, we have QuakeLive upcoming changes.
Yeah, so Syncera divulged some information in a Twitch chat, which he's done before. I think that's how QuakeLive gets its rumours.
And Syncera is one of the developers on QuakeLive, just to inform you.
So there's a lot of them, and there's stuff that the community has really wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some new announcer DLC, and they released a little clip of some of the like announcer sounds on SoundCloud, and it was quite cool. It was like really gritty and like, I mean, a lot of people are going to complain that it's not Jean, the original guy, but it's quite cool, and I think they're going to offer more than just one.
Yep.
Steamworks. There's going to be matchmaking, lobbies, in-game achievements for Steam, voice chat, which is interesting.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about that.
Potential workshop integration, DLC for Gibbs, and they have to use DLC because the game it's got a certain age rating, and they can't release Gibbs on the game without bumping up that age rating. So they just released the Gibbs as a higher age rating DLC.
Like a standalone kind of thing. Well, not standalone, but yeah, separate age rating.
And then a change to the loadouts, so you only pick one weapon instead of two now, which streamlines it a bit and helps it a little bit. It's still loadouts, but it's better. So this is really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see QuakeLive changes. It's been a long time since September patch, and they just need to release more stuff more often to keep interest rolling over in that game.
Yeah, and I think like people complained about not having this stuff for so long.
Yeah.
That they're sort of just, fine, take it, and it looks good. So they said the DLC stuff is going to happen I think within the next month or so, but then the other stuff, the bigger stuff, is going to be a bit longer, sometime in summer.
That's cool. I mean, maybe QuakeCon, I would imagine some of this stuff's going to come out for. That would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it couples the hype together of QuakeCon and then new updates.
Exactly. So in this week's Reborn show, number 8 I think it was.
Yeah.
We have some new environment art, which looks very nice. It's gone for kind of a sandy, kind of deserty theme, with all these kind of screens for people to display stuff on, whatever that is.
It's like mixing up sci-fi stuff and sort of wastelandy sort of stuff.
Yeah. New Eggbot concept art, which looks very good. I really want a 1920 by 1080 wallpaper of that.
Yeah, I did ask if they were script wallpaper size, and he said they weren't, but maybe they will be. And
it's no longer called Reborn. Well, potentially. He would like to change the name to Diabotic. The reason for this is the idea this says a antagonist robot, and it kind of draws from diabolical or diabolic, so it's Diabotic because it's robots. I like it. You don't.
Oh, it's grown on me.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what I really like is names that are one word, and what I like more than that is names that are one syllable.
Yeah.
So it meets 50% of my criteria.
It's pretty snappy.
I don't have the same love for puns that you do.
I love puns. Puns are the best.
Yeah, so I think it's growing on me every second.
Oh, that's good. I like it. There was a bit of a uproar in Twitch chat at the time, but I think people.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that uproar is because it's Twitch chat and because Too Good was like sort of hyping it up for the disappointment.
Yeah, definitely.
So it made it a bit worse for him.
They're still aiming for a Kickstarter in May with a working dual mode, a working map which is kind of all set out and has art available, and character models. So fingers crossed that's going to be ready in time. Looking forward to that. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, yeah, it looks like loads is going to happen in the next couple of months. And
yeah, for sure.
Like Reflex has just got it's got a lot under the hood, but for consumers, it's pretty much just a map engine and the ability to play your opponents on servers. So and we play it all the fucking time.
Yeah, we do.
So once Reborn's got stuff like that, it gives people the chance to actually get in and play it. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
And the Kickstarter goal has been reduced, he was saying, down to I think it was $90,000 because he's acquired some outside funding for the project to pay off people, which I guess is going to make it easier to get kickstarted. And I imagine stretch goals would be more of a part of it. It's such a low, I mean that's quite a low amount for a game development, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just got to get something that people looking at the Kickstarter for the first time can latch onto, like splash images and all that sort of stuff. Because the Reflex Kickstarter page was really good. Yeah,
he teased it a bit. I'm not sure if we can have a screenshot of that, but we'll try and stick that in. And he's also, apart from, due to this outside funding, he's making some upgrades to his studio. So in the future, the Reborn shows will be done in a proper studio with more than just James chatting on a webcam. So that should be good. I mean, I really like the way the UT guys do it, where they kind of have a couch and they chat about the game for a while.
Yeah, so he's building hype with the videos and the podcasts. So making it fancier is going to build a hype, I hope.
Yeah, for sure. Fortress Forever has been released on Steam.
Yeah, I don't know an awful lot about the Team Fortress games, but it's a source mod of the early versions of the game, so like Quake Team Fortress and Team Fortress Classic and stuff like that.
Yeah, the movement's a lot more similar to Quake movement than what exists in Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, it looks pretty nippy.
Yeah, should be fun. And there's also been an FPS Z or Z podcast, which went on yesterday, which was the Sunday, the 5th of April. It was some pretty interesting discussion on there. I was watching it live. Nice to listen to, just some chat about FPS Z games, and there's some crossover to ArenaFPS games, of course.
Yeah, the cast is like a mix between people who play Quakey stuff, people who play Tribesy stuff, and people who play both. So it's nice. It's nice for everyone.
Yeah.
In tournament news, there is a draft league from the guys at FPS Pulse and Ninox. It's happening on the 19th of April, and you need to have signed up by the 12th of April and have an elo less than 2,000.
The QuakeLive Reddit Low Skill Duel 26 is on the 12th of April. You need to have an elo of under 1,500, and we're going to be streaming this, so check out that.
In CPMA, there's going to be a 2v2 tournament on the 11th of April. The guys at ESR seem to be hailing it as the final ever CPMA tournament, but who knows? I doubt that's probably the case.
Warsaw Beginners Cup 2 on the 12th of April. And finally, the Reflex Garbage Cup final week. We'll find out who the king of the garbage is, whatever the phrase is. That'll be his good phrase. And there's going to be a free-for-all of all the players who were involved, best of 3. So that should be hectic and hilarious, so definitely check out that. So that's everything for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll have some more content for you very soon.